Alrighty, guys, here's a review of a couple of tools of mine. These are the Irwin vise grips. However, they are the German-made ones. They are actually rebranded tools made by NWS. Uh, the reason I got these is I use a couple Irwin tools that are not the German-made, but they all match, and you might call me whatever, but I like my tools to match. It's not really necessary, but that's just me. I'm a little OCD sometimes. Uh, I can't recommend these enough. If you don't like the blue, you can always go to NWS on Amazon. Their colors are like black and red and this kind of gray. Uh, but they're exact same. Uh, I cannot recommend to new people getting into trades, don't buy cheap tools. Uh, for example, you could be working on a house and uh, say you need particularly this tool for doing repairing something, and you have a cheap one and it breaks, and then what do? And say you don't have another tool that could do what this one does, then you're just screwed. Uh, that's not necessarily a good example, but other tools like Torx bits or something like that. Say you have a Torx bit and you don't have another one, and you or a safety bit or something, and you break it, and then what happens? So this one, the diagonal cutters in particular, I can't. This thing is awesome. Just this past week, we were slow, and I was cutting out a bunch of compressors out of ice makers and stuff. Uh, I've had this thing for I don't know how long, 4 years. It is still as sharp as can be. I mean, if you look, sorry, that's my parrot. If you look, I mean, you can see just how close the tolerance is. I've cut evaporators down with this thing. It cuts through. I've cut chain with this thing. Uh, I mean, you're not. I don't think there's a better pair of diagonal cutters on the face of this planet. I really don't. You can get a lot of leverage behind it due to their the pivoting system here. I mean, you can get a lot of force behind it. Uh, awesome. This is probably one of my most used tools. Uh, this is great for taking wires off of circuit boards, also cutting wires. The What's also great that I've come to use a lot. This is great for loosening nuts. As you can see, it's got teeth in there that will grab onto a nut if you just need to loosen it or tighten it. This is great for tightening them down. Now this guy is also pretty awesome. Uh, you don't see this very often. Uh, it's got a thing that locks it down. This is actually broken. It came like that, and I should have returned it. It didn't break on me or anything. It's not broken. It's just got a little piece missing. This also has the teeth for grabbing a hold of nuts. Again, I'm sorry about my parrot. Uh, it's also great for cutting. I mean, you can get some pretty strong force behind this. This is great for HVAC. If you do HVAC, you need these in your tool bag. It will make your life a lot easier. This came in a lot of handy when I was working in air conditioning. On appliances, it still comes in handy, not as much. I use mostly this. But they have a couple other tools in their tool line. Go check them out. You can get them on Amazon. Sometimes you can find these in Lowe's, very rarely. But I actually bought these in Lowe's for like, I think they messed up the price on them because I got them for $11. They're like $40 on Amazon. You cannot go to Lowe's and get that now. I'll tell you that. But these are great if you're looking at investing in some new tools, I always recommend, Knipex, stuff like that. Again, don't buy cheap tools. You're just screwing yourself over. Thanks. Have a great day. Give me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Have a good one. And again, sorry about my parrot.